G'day, this is fun. I've been looking forward to this. Once a week, we're going to be posting a tool, something that will help you on the journey of what does it mean to actually live faith. Many of them will be books. Some will be things like apps or just simple ideas or templates or that kind of thing. Things that particularly have been helpful for me as I've wrestled with this journey of what does it mean to actually live faith. And I'm going to start off with an app. It's an app that is available on the web. It's also available on most, I think, Android and iOS devices. I don't know about other platforms. It does require, I think there is a free version and then there's a pro version. So you can get the free version. And I have found this app to be one of the most helpful things for me over the last 6 months. Now, I got to say, my mate Jeremy in Canada introduced me to this app about 4 years ago, and I ignored it. I thought that sounds dumb. How would that work? And about 6 months ago, I had to eat humble pie because I went and had a look at it and thought, wow, this is really helpful. Now, what is the app I'm talking about? It's called Scripture Typer. Now, you'll probably see why I thought that sounded dumb, because it sounds dumb. Scripture Typer. I mean, what is that? Well, actually, what it is one of the best ways to memorize the Bible that I've ever come across. And one of the authors I most respect, Dallas Willard, says if there was one thing he could do as a pastor, it would be that the people in his church would be memorizing the Bible, because once it's in your head and in your heart, it actually starts to change it. And I know that's true. I still remember verses I learned as a 5-year-old. So it's been important for me over these last 6 months. Almost every day I'm coming back to this app. What does it do? Let me show you. This is the app here on my iPad. You get it on your phone too, and I use it on my phone sometimes, but I mostly use it on the iPad. And you'll see now, here are the verses that are due for me to review. Each day, different verses pop up. But let's start by doing a new verse. So you click on the verses and you can add in. You can see here, I've chosen to memorize Psalm 23, Ephesians 4, 2 Corinthians 5. These are the chapters, and I'm working currently on Ephesians chapter 5. This is a new verse. And so the ones that are ticked, I've already done. Ephesians 5, 6, I haven't done. So all I do is click on that, and it says, let no one deceive you with empty words, for because of such things God's wrath comes on those who are disobedient. Ephesians 5, 6. You have the option, if you want to, you can record your voice saying that. But all you do is, while those words are there, you actually type out those words. Let no one, and then you go on, and then you make the odd mistake. Then once you got that one down, it then has you have another go, and you see there are gaps there. And so you've got to try and remember what words fill in those gaps. That's the second stage of memorizing. And then the third stage is you have a blank slate, and up on Ephesians 5, 6, the goal is just to write those words in there. Now, one of the handy things about the app is that you don't actually have to type out each word. You only have to put the first letter of each word, because they've realized that the purpose isn't about typing, it's about memorization. And so if you remember the first letter of each word, then that's an indicator that you've remembered the whole word. I have, you've already seen, over the last 6 months, I've memorized 3 whole chapters of the Bible, and it's had a huge impact on me. I've actually set up, now I'll see if I can help you find it here, I have set up this group here, and it is called the Citywide Baptist Church Group. Currently, I am the only member of the Scripture Typer Citywide Baptist Church Group, but I'd like you to join me and be part of the wrestle to memorize Scripture. I have found it so helpful. And it's just a very simple thing. It takes you about 5 minutes a day. And gradually what happens is, once you get a verse correct, it says, okay, we won't have to worry about that till tomorrow. But if you get it right tomorrow, it says, okay, we won't have to worry about that for 3 days. And then if you get it right in 3 days' time, it says, look, let's think about that in a week. If you get it right in a week, it says, let's think about that in a month. And gradually, so you'll see down here, I've got a bunch of verses that I need to, the red ones I need to do now. There's one that I'm going to need to do in about 18 hours' time. a few I need to do in 1 day, 4 days, 6 days, and these verses down here, the Psalm 23 verses, in 27 days' time. They'll pop back up, and I'll have a go at memorising it. It's a very handy tool, and that's what the purpose of this little video segment each week is going to be. The handy tools, handy books and apps and things that help us on the journey. Some of them will be books that'll blow your mind. Some of them will just be helpful. Some of them will be apps like this that I think are really helpful and will have a long-term impact. Some of it might just be, handy little things. Whatever they are, the hope is that each week we can give you another little handy household hint on the journey of living faith. So stick around, and every Friday here at the Facebook page, we'll hopefully have one of these apprenticeship toolkit moments.